Here we are in New Orleans, Louisiana, filled with history. You guys are here to dance, and you are here to win. This week, we are at Nationals. We've worked all season for this. This is when we're gonna see if the Abby Lee Dance Company still has what it takes to be reigning national champions. Peyton, welcome to the team. For this week, Leslie. Why, Peyton? She wants to be part of this team, and she's gonna do everything she can to help us win. Brooke, you and Peyton will be learning the same choreography.
I'm excited that Peyton has an opportunity to do a solo this week up against Brooke. My daughter's a star, and she can beat Brooke.
So Leslie, are you excited about Peyton? I know you want Peyton to have a solo. You wanted it for...
I do.
Things are insane here right now. It is the week of nationals. We're competing against Kathy, and Abby won't even tell us who our soloists are.
I have to say, if she's only giving out X many of solos, I find it wrong that she would give one of those solo spots to Peyton, who's not even really a member on the team.
Can I tell you something? I think it's official that we are on the team.
You're missing my point.
Let me reword this then. I don't give a crap if I'm on your team or I'm not on your team. We're here, and if she has a chance to do a solo, let her do a solo.
I'm totally over the complaining on their daughter deserves the solo, their daughter over here deserves it more. Abby should pick the people that are gonna win in nationals for her, period.
Let's go! Hurry up, Peyton, Brooke, now! Brooke and Peyton are the oldest dancers here, and they got the least amount of time. I had to throw this choreography at them. Okay, plie, PK, plie. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Brooke and Peyton competing for a solo, I really think is funny. First of all, Brooke is a team member. Peyton is not. Brooke is the reigning national title holder, which Peyton is not.
I just think you're a little fast. I think you're rushing some. There needs to be those stops in it.
Peyton deserves to get this solo. She has shown her dedication, her time. She should get as much opportunity as the rest of these girls. She's on the team. We're here.
They're spending a lot of time on this solo.
Oh my God,
Just
Jill.
saying.
Because this is the dance she cares about. This one.
Because it's
Maddie.
Maddie. I think Abby cares more about Maddie regaining her national title, because she's still bitter that Chloe beat Maddie last year, more so than even the group number.
Do you really feel that way?
Yes,
She's
because
had so many wins since nationals. I think you still have that in your head.
No,
You're not gonna let that ever
Leslie, I
die
agree
that your
with
daughter beat
Christy.
Maddie.
If the group was really first, would she be spending an hour and a half working on Maddie's solo? No. Clearly, that's what she cares about.
Eventually, I will see the light.
Abby isn't fooling anyone with the whole Maddie Nia Paige solo focus session. We know it's Maddie's solo, and it's obvious to everyone in the room.
I know that dance, there's no chance in hell that Paige will get that.
Or Nia. So you think Maddie's definitely getting the solo then?
I don't definitely know anything. but I'm
While
just
you were
saying-
in there, Christy said that her Chloe was definitely not gonna get the solo.
No, you're twisting my words. That's not what I said.
not twisting.
I said, no, Christy and Jill, did I say that today? I said Abby can't get over it. She's still bitter about it, and that the dance in there, when they were working on it, that solo, is the dance she cared about.
I feel that Chloe gets every single opportunity
I said the dance.
that Maddie gets.
Can I
back
finish a
there.
sentence? I said the dance she cared about was Maddie's solo.
You said this dance means more than the group back there because it's about Maddie. And you're always harping on that it's always about Maddie. I feel that your daughter gets just as much opportunity as Maddie. And you're always being into everybody's brains. And you know what? Peyton would love to have the opportunity that your daughter gets. Your daughter's not always the victim. You might cry it all the time. She's not always the victim.
Don't go there, you.
I'm going there. And you know what? Every time somebody calls you out on something, you always say, don't go there. I'm going there.
Everyone is so stressed out with this whole competing against each other for solos at nationals. I think the moms need a girls' night out. We need to go have a cocktail and let off some steam in the French Quarter.
New Orleans.
No, to nationals.
No, I'm gonna go to
the French Quarter and Bourbon Street.
Nationals, to Bourbon Street, to good night.
And we will win.
What are you gonna do with that? What is that?
A voodoo doll?
What do you use it for?
You can either like do good things with it or bad. Now this is Kathy's team, so I'm assuming we're gonna do bad. Now that's Yvette, that's Kathy, the fat bottom girl.
Getting her right.
Who else do you have? Did you stick a pin in her ass?
I might have the wrong Yvette doll.
What do we think this one is? Let's look at it from the side view. The side view.
Oh, that one's too cute.
Two fat bottom girls.
That's Fat Abby.
I think you should throw her over.
Wait a minute, it's Abby.
Anybody have any beads?
Well, you gotta show your boobs to get beat.
Oh no! As your friend, I don't recommend that either.
I double dog dare you.
Oh, does this hurt?
Kathy, don't do it.
Here, let's throw Abby over.
Abby!
Okay, moms, put down your cocktails. I just want to let you know, Asia will be officially done with being a competitive dancer on a team.
Oh,
At such a young age. Well, congratulations. So that means move over. I'm moving in.
I'm shocked that Asia and Christy are leaving. But what I'm more shocked about is that Leslie thinks that by Christy leaving, that opens the door for her to take her spot on the team.
I need another drink, so I'm gonna meet you guys down there with my
Yvette, you're back. I got you.
Drinks are flowing. You know, we have one or two, but Christy has been drinking all day, and Leslie has been drinking all night.
Christy is so full of herself. She needs to just shut up and be grateful for what Abby does for her and her child.
sorry. I'm a real dance mom, and I will stand here.
Why are you yelling at us?
I'm not. I'm talking to my friend.
Then you're yelling at
Shush.
her. You had too much to drink.
Oh,
You better
whatever.
settle it down. Bitch!
Stop!
Bitch!
Stop!
Kick your ass!
Stop! Sorry, I'm sorry. Don't hit me.
How could two mothers representing the Abbey Lee Dance Company go out in the middle of Bourbon Street and get into a scuffle with each other? Well. Had a rough morning already. You've succeeded in driving yet another dancer away from the Abbey Lee Dance Company.
We were out. It was nothing to do with you or the Abbey Lee Dance Company or the kids.
You are all here because the Abbey Lee Dance Company is attending a national finals. To say the least, it was unsportsmanlike behavior. Christy, you're out. Chloe is gone for this week. Leslie, you have to take Peyton home. You're gone.
Hot damn.
Here it is, the day before nationals, and we're down 3 kids. I don't understand why Abby couldn't have just left the kids in the dance and made the moms leave.
We are back to square one, to the drawing board, okay? So we need everybody's brains together. We can't dwell on the past. We need to move forward. Things happen for a reason. I would rather take a loss at the national competition than to let these 2 women stay here 1 more minute.
You weren't there. You didn't see it. You saw it just now. What's your reaction?
Those 2 adults who should be grateful to me, first and foremost, have not only tarnished my reputation, but they have succeeded in destroying something that it took me 30 years to build. They are representing me. They acted like trash in the middle of Bourbon Street, and that's exactly what they are.
All right, so Abby, let's bring out Leslie and Christy and hear their side of the story. Aren't you excited to hear this tale?
No.
All right, so listen, we had to separate them. Leslie is the only mom not in the green room. Here seeing each other for the very first time, please welcome Christy and Leslie. Come on out. Hello, ladies.
Hi, Abby.
How are you? Have a seat. Have a seat, Leslie.
Hi, Jeff.
It's good to see you. All right, so Leslie and Christy, we really want to hear your side of the story about what happened. Tell us what went wrong.
You know, I don't really know. We were having fun, and it just got ugly. And I said the next day when we came back to the studio, I shouldn't have done that. I said, I wish it hadn't gotten to that point, and I felt bad about it. It was an ugly thing. I was wrong at the beginning. I know I was. And the police came, and they wanted me to do certain things, and I said, you know what? This isn't what I want to do, and I went home. And I'm willing to take the ownership that I behaved incorrectly, you know, but that's just me.
So, Leslie, what do you think? What's your side of the story?
Well, you're very predictable. You just sat there and told that whole story to Jeff, and he'd never even looked my way to apologize.
I did look at you. You weren't looking at me. You were looking down.
You're always the victim.
No, I didn't. I just took responsibility, Leslie.
But I need to tell you my side of it. So can you give me a minute and let me speak?
Yeah, nobody ever stops you from speaking.
I walked away from you many of times and tried to get out of your path. And out of nowhere, you just go into this craze and you did this. So this has to come deeper within than just me saying, why are you yelling at us? We didn't do anything wrong. No. It has to go a lot deeper than that, Christy.
Okay, but let's make something very clear, Leslie. You have been involved in assaults in the past where I have not.
You're going to keep bringing that up. There you go again.
Okay.
You're the victim and we're all ganging up on you.
know.
Christy, you're not the victim.
Neither are you, Leslie, because you're the one who had the bruise from punching me.
What were you thinking right before you assaulted me? What was going through your head?
Friends. I did not assault you. I threw a drink.
Well,
I hit the bottom of your
cup. If you look up the law, throwing alcohol in somebody's eyes is just like punching them with your fist. It's that much of a
All right, I didn't
offense.
realize that you were a judge. Had no idea.
I'm not a judge. I'm a dance mom.
Okay.
Can you please, let's just put it all out on this table right here in front of you. Why am I a threat to you?
You're not a threat to me,
I'm not
Leslie.
a threat to you. My daughter's not a threat to your daughter.
You're not.
I've been on this earth longer than you, and I've been fighting for my 2 girls to get into this industry a lot longer than you have. Don't forget that. And guess what? The difference between you and I is I don't step on people's backs, I don't burn my bridges, and I don't ever treat people in the wrong way like you do.
Okay.
What do you have to say about this?
Well, the Abbey Lee Dance Company has a contract for situations like this. However, I decided that I had to put my foot down, that I could no longer look the other way for the sake of the win, that going to nationals with a number that didn't matter as much as my contract and my reputation and putting my foot down for the future. You know, when people go and they represent the Abbey Lee Dance Company, you're not representing you and her. They are representing everybody that came before them. So I looked at the dance, I looked at the kids, and I said, you know what? They have to go. Immediately, Leslie was remorseful. She was humbled by the situation that she took part in. She apologized. She apologized to me and to the group. And Christy has yet to apologize to me or to the dance company. And frankly, you owe an apology to Chloe.
Just so I can state for the
owe
record,
an apology to that child.
you owe her an apology because she had nothing to do with it.
Well, listen, the New Orleans Police Department was called and some ladies were sent home packing. So here's what happened next, including some footage you've never seen before today. So let's take a look at this.
What am I? I'm a mother who's trying to protect her daughter. What are you?
Look at you. Look what you're doing.
Okay, you know what? I am calling the police because she hit me. You better go home. Oh, I'm calling the police, baby. You better go home. Because you hit me.
I'm just warning
I'm calling the cops. Calm the cops, Leslie.
They better pull me off of you. You're acting like an out here.
Yes, I'd like to report an assault in Jackson Square. Another adult struck me and I'd like to report an assault. Can I have a cop here, please?
All right, so looking back on that, do you think calling the police was a little bit too far?
Yeah, of course. I mean, and that's why I didn't go through. Like, I walked, I talked to them, I didn't do anything. And you can believe what you want, but Kelly was in there with me, and I explained the entire situation to them.
You called the police. They probably laughed at you and said,
no,
why
actually,
are you calling us when you assaulted this woman first?
The police actually wanted me to take a
They
restraining
probably
order on you because
they wanted to?
you threatened to kill me.
You know what? The truth is, you were wrong.
I said I was
You were wrong to call the police.
Except you
and
won't
you know
take
what?
any ownership for your behavior.
Leslie, let me ask you a question. What's been the toughest part for you of dealing with the dance moms, like, and especially Christy?
The toughest part is that a group of them can still stick together and back each other up when it's just not the right thing. I am not out to get anybody or hate anybody or treat anybody different just because their child is good or gets some opportunity, because that's why we're all there. We wouldn't all be there if that wasn't the case. And you're not gonna run me out, just like you ran every other mother who has brought their child there for the same opportunities that you have. You've run everybody out, including myself.
Christy, what's your biggest issue with Leslie? What is your biggest overall issue with her?
You know what? My biggest issue with Leslie is just the fact, like, she's very aggressive. Everything is very, like, in your face. And, like, nobody gets to have an opinion, 2 cents. They never get to say anything. She's right, and she just keeps at you and at you and at you. And, like, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. You get all of the other moms out here, and every single one of them will tell you the exact same thing.